didn't pay off. Seems like the demon expansion takes quite some time. And here's the counterattack. Like, level-wise, Sheik is far, far, far down. And that Ziggurat looks strong. Dude, and then you gotta prepare 19 matchups if you only play one race. Okay. Demon race in Warcraft, please. A faction with a super strong hero, which, like, and the units are useless, that's this Night Elf. Kidding. Kidding. Okay, we got tier 3. The mains are empty. We got Ogre Wood Splitters. Is that like their version of a shredder? Because the peons can harvest lumber too. Yep. I saw them. Half a shredder. Ah, see, I got good intuition here. Skull cannon. Look at that, dude. Diablo riding an infernal machine. While alive, blighted one provides 8 food. Level up to 2 will... Okay, just more food. AoE 2 has 50 civs. But the difference between each civ is like ghouls have +1 armor. Dude, did you see the discourse between +1 damage and not +1 damage? It's crazy. Ah, I think he upgraded to like more stats. Okay, so if you like heroes, the demons are your choice. I think that is very clear by now. So Sheik 56, Rota 67 plus heroes, who are still way higher than Sheik. Oh, that's the blighted one. The hero provides supply. Looks like Sheik is struggling with resources a bit. And in supply, and in hero levels. Curious if the skull cannons need to go into melee to replenish ammo. Okay, this is a push, but I'm not too sure how much she can do here. Shaman gotta convince me. 4 heroes. We got that sick. I mean, this hero starts so much earlier. He must have an advantage. Is it normal, by the way, that we go for like 3 bases, or is this super unique and we're catching an awesome game by pure accident? Stone thrower. Oh, you can hire a catapult if you don't have one. Neat. Since it's Warhammer, I would assume it's a bit more on the epic scale. Uh-oh, he's forgetting his catapult. Okay, dude. Okay, here comes the nuke stun from above. And this hero is just cleaning up everything. Plus the Bloodthirster. This combo seems very, very, very strong. But it seems like the nuke is on a higher cooldown. If you could get a heal scroll now... What chance do these shamans stand? Jota is supply blocked though. Cause his hero is nuked. And his hero gave supply. So since the hero is dead, that supply is gone and he's supply blocked. I got that one.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, she gets 2 bases up soon as well. 2 base, 27 minutes in. All right. And slowly Sheik is catching up, it seems like. Jota still has a lot more resources and a bigger army, and I still don't really know. Oh my, that double AoE is so sick. Plus the catapults, the shaman are just splattering apart.
A player's forces.
Master training unlocks the ability. Here we go. Okay, the wizard provides the healing. I would assume more units should die given the AoE, but they don't. Since they're also casters, I would assume more death. But yeah, we continue with shaman, 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 shaman. I do see an issue of breaking bases and killing heroes.
Town is under siege.
Basically shredder harass. Nikki. These skull cannons have 9 fortified armor. How crazy. Nothing should really be able to touch them, to be fair. It seems to be on purpose that the totems are only built around the bases.
Бля, жесть, я медленно гружусь, конечно. Ну и дичь. Но кидайте донаты на новый лаптоп.
Oh, I'm in love with her. It's a bit overkill. Oh, god damn it. Like the Star Wars dude with the lightsabers. Admiral Grievous? Kind of? Is that the name? Star Wars nerds. My god. What kind of audience do I have today? First, I invite the Warhammer nerds, and then I'm asking Star Wars questions. You're a big.
Не, это загрузка не смешно вообще.
There we go. Greater locus of the Eng.
Так. У меня есть слишком простая задача одновременно слушать науча и смотреть игру. Ну тут это уже скоро закончится.
Damage and armor are increased. Okay, so an updated version of the one he had before. Nuke for a big stun. Oh, he's flying away! No way!
Дайте я так вот сделаю,
He
наверное.
just took flight to save himself. How sick! Of course, the special demi-hero super unit can fly. I mean, why not?
Ехали. Ок. Бля, бедный мой комп.
That is super cool.
300 метров, 900 метров осталось. Ничего себе.
A player's forces
Oh, and that's
are under
Bloodlust
attack.
as a totem with regen.
Так, я свой чат выключу.
Yo, rip Expo, man. No! Oh, he did last second. Okay, I'm not too sure if Sheik does himself a favor here. These catapults are being picked apart. The Bloodthirster, he almost dealt with it before. This time he has no mana. Wonder if the fly is a spell or an ability. Catapult position. Awesome. And rip hero. Jota still not supply block though. Uh-oh, uh-oh. He's surrounded there, isn't he? Oh, Sheik, you might have to tap you without your heroes. Shaman down. But the big boy, I mean, it's a goblin boss. It's not a big boy, but you know what I mean. He's still up. Wonder if he has an ultimate that's like changing everything. Like one ultimate or panda ultimate. Or Tinker ultimate. Yeah, that tower push didn't do that much. And Sheik leads the game. Drota, the #1 ladder player, also with the 1-0 here. Okay, lots to unfold. Lots to observe. Lots to explain. But hey, color me intrigued. Was a bit of a rocky start since we had to change the observer overlay. But I want to see more action like the flying dudes. Mamma mia. Okay, 1-0 for Drota.
Бля, как же меня лагает.
Drota. We gotta start the next one right away. No downtime. This still...
Меня слышно, кстати? Да, меня слышно. Так, ну чё, я хочу на услышать, алло.
As you see, you get the first hero again, the same that we had before. And he's super fast on the map and has this advantage. Now, what does Sheik do? Clearly undead. Burial chamber. Building the structure will awaken a Hierophant, who while alive provides 10 food. Hierophants are decent combatants and have various auras. Each chamber is linked to its Hierophant, meaning upon death the Hierophant has to be awake. Okay, so it gives supply, but it's also automatically support. Undead pharaohs, Egyptians, constructs. So like the obsidian statue. I feel at home here.
Вот тебе и обсидианка Нео заказалась.
I thought it's like an elephant. And now I'm really disappointed that it's just a dude.
Что-то дротоверина я не вижу. А, да я что с вами разговариваю.
Okay, what do you got though? Okay, that's like harder. Increased range damage. Since they do range damage, that's kinda nice. Okay, one guy gets the hero immediately.
Forces are under attack.
Oh, they have different auras. So it's random.
Там не рандом, там последовательность определенная. Так, тут дневная, кстати, спека.
Mamma mia. Oh, it is an obsidian statue. The statue is the hero. During daytime restores additional. Okay, so you're right.
Нет.
And they get the last hit here. Okay, that means with the 2 free units, Sheik's idea is to slow down the Taker of Skulls, so he's not getting level 6 immediately again. I mean, in real Warcraft, the statue is also like a hero, right? It somewhat does make sense.
Надо, блин, Дискорд замутить, а то он что-то все
Okay,
болтает.
we get a
болтает.
shot. We get a war mill. This is the Rax. Strong and survivable skeleton warrior. Chaos type damage.
Players' forces are under
Okay.
attack.
That makes it good against heroes. Overload. Can the... Okay, then they do damage, the Sphinx.
A player's forces are under attack.
And it does look like a harder early game than before. Do we have any base defenses here? Not really, right? Oh, they got a burrow mechanic. Okay. Do they throw something or they just save here, I wonder?
Щекеши, бля, как же у меня проладивает, это ужас. Сколько у меня FPS?
Doesn't appear like they do damage. Is he trying to build them in here? He is healing a little bit with this icon.
Нео прикольный, Нео быстро все схватывает. Надо личам звук смерти другой сделать.
Players' forces are under attack.
Найс перерождение у пушки. Бля, она его перестал слышать, или это он только
Wonder if it's good for Jota that he can't really farm. He spent a lot of time here. Has the TP now. Damage shouldn't be enough. But that
Так,
is a
ну
lot
чё,
of time
переживет ли
now,
он
and Sheik
полдень?
has a good army. Lots of melee dudes. A fella. Lots of melee dudes. His auras. Of course, unfortunately, we don't know what the hero does. And then we get casters. Sheik seems to be a fan of casters, like in general. Necros in melee Warcraft, the Shaman on map 1. Now this.
Блин, я не посмотрел, какого цвета там.
The demon
Огоньки
hero
были в
being able
конце
to
игры, не
execute any
фиолетовые
unit
ли?
under 50% seems really scary. Oh, that's his mechanic?
Там не 50%.
Oh!
Кто, интересно, это пишет? Это в YouTube, что ли, пишут?
But like a crit, I assume. Boom. I see. So it is like a lucky hit. Okay.
Ну он фигню ломает, шейк. Вот типа слонэш эфир вообще не нужен. Вот корн сферу еще я бы понял.
Sheik trying to expand, gets a lich, awesome icon.
На этой срок, господи, иконка тоже мне. Ой, минус катапа, кстати, их 3 было, я считать не умею. Ну вот он ебанутый, что он не корный Тарину сломал, ему же нужно это, Bloodthirster не дать построить.
But yeah, if you're against demons,
хотя там, наверное, там, наверное, не
all
нужно
you gotta
уже.
do, quote unquote, is to shut down this first hero, no? And prevent him to get to this demigod thing. Oh, different strat though. We got way earlier spell cannons. Maybe it's because he knows an expo is up.
Ты вообще не знаешь, зачем тут экспо ставить? Не знаю, что за... Ну, посмотрим. Интересная игра получается. Я, если честно, лучше с Нео бы покастил, если бесполезно чувствовал.
Yeah, Drota's strat seems to be pretty much set in stone.
Не, ГГ, ночь. Сейчас будет этот... А, кстати, реально, он не сделал грейд. Бля, вот если бы он Хорнейт Арину сломал... Я думаю, просто давно уже грейд сделан был, но нет. Если бы Хорнейт Арину сломал, было бы сильно лучше. Этот спел ночью нерфал, но все равно довольно сильный. 0 секунд, понятно. Ну все, через 75 секунд. Ладно, это быстрее будет Bloodthirster.
Dispel scroll. Dispel all spells in the target area.
Вот он раньше не мог это сделать. Сейчас-то уже поздно. Сейчас уж Soul Vortex это дело надо ломать. 2 ККП всего лишь. Не 2500, как у многих раз. Не, руина.
Ah, that's the castle. That's also
очень везет на реролла.
Okay. We play with a lot more siege units here in this mod, it seems like, as both are going for it. Maybe one is the result to the other. That's the mechanic where you almost die and then you get your HP back. Okay, we've seen it. We've seen it. Yeah, that's demoralizing. Damage still fine though. And maybe I'm reading the game wrong, but it feels like Drota has a lot more problems than in game 1. Like a lot.
Players' forces are under attack.
0 гридов накинул, мне вообще нубас. Там 64 голда, 36 дерева, по-моему, стоит. Я держу в курсе. Дорогущий апгрейд. Ну, у Шейка дерева нет. К вопросу о дереве. Ага, Солстис урубил Шейк. Кстати, неплохо. Не, ладно, с Солстисом 103 может быть, кстати, норм. Так, тут сбить нечем.
And she got an expo up. And he's taken to tier 3. And he got some cool casters.
Так, что, катапу возьмет?
BTW, maybe.
Агра, прикольно. Тут дерева, что ли, на катапу нет?
Movement and attack speed.
Можно
as well as
мейн
damage
сломать.
is decreased. Wow, big disable.
О, минус 3 армор, жесткий ролл. Ну, Шейк, походу, выиграет все-таки с Солстисом. Я думаю, справится. Кстати, Солстис только сейчас закончился, правда. Я чекнул, нет ли тут второго Т3, мало ли, знаешь, 2 Солстиса кастить.
That's a really annoying disable. And is it me or are these Gargs getting more?
Прикольная артиллерийская дуэль, конечно. Полночь.
Maybe he got it twice. It looked like it's exactly double the amount.
Блин, господи. Ну чё не
Okay,
делает?
obviously I got no clue what he gets on tier 3, but we'll see soon. So far, More katas, more casters.
А чё он Bloodthirster не выходит? У него почти есть на это
But yeah, having
ресурсы.
4 auras. I mean,
Эта
depends
штука
on
ему
the,
вообще
on
не
the
нужна. Просто не
balance,
нужна. У него и
right?
так
But
сапплая много.
having
Он
4
будет
auras
52
is
сейчас,
amazing.
ничего дальше. Ничего себе, к третьим героям Суманер. Но у него АОЕ баф неплохой, и все.
Okay, so first the hero is a statue, and then the tower is a statue, and then he builds a hero that looks like a lich, and then he's getting units that also look like a lich.
Сапнуть не может подобрать, нужно слот освободить. Так. Хорош! Тащи шейк. Ну, я за шейк не болею, просто хочу серию подлиннее. Чтобы не ныли, что демона ОП, среди прочего. Бля, ничего себе, он перед рассветом как подрался.
Yes, on War 3 Champions, it has a ladder. Everybody can play.
Круто. Ну, наверное, 2-1. Чё, Bloodthirster нет? Надо Bloodthirster построить, ресурсов почти хватает. Солстис срубает перед рассветом. ГГ.
Oh yeah, it feels like
А вот Bloodthirster.
wave after wave after wave crushing at Jota's show doesn't really have too much time to recover because the expo is running.
Ну, присядь. А, кстати, прикольно, он дебафает, когда садится. Эта штука с одной катапы сломается, 200 хп, надо катапой стрельнуть.
Seems like not every game is 30 minutes, 6 spaces.
Так, ну, кстати, алтарь не сломали. Может быть, у дрота все не так плохо. Сейчас будет несколько секунд дня. Этому насували. Ночью, точнее, наоборот. Сейчас ночью дерется шейк. Теперь утро опять. Ой, неудачный дайв. Ой, двух теряет херофантов. Фармит чуть-чуть пушки, которые по-прежнему без грейдов. Бедный Нео не знает, что они все за все расы шарят. Так, ну, кстати, стабилизируется с трудом, но стабилизируется мастер Протаверин.
Yeah, and of course it makes a lot of sense, right? If your opponent's big strength is the heroes, the debuff is amazing.
Прикольно, что Нео как бы въезжает. Что тут в чате пишет?
Yoni, sorry for the long absence. What am I seeing here? A friend of mine created a game mode called Warhammer Eternal Strike.
Назвал меня friend of mine.
Custom sector factions, races, and they have their season finals currently. And I thought, let's check this out. So, it's a tournament for an altered melee game mode. And we have no clue what's going on. But Sheik seems very, 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 very far ahead.
Ой, неправда. Ну, он не шарит за время суток.
It's so weird to me, who casted Warcraft melee for like 17 years. I got a gut feeling about like damage values and threat level, etc. Because like, I know how much damage Coil Nova is. I know how much damage a knight does. But here I got no clue, dude. Everything could just blow up within a second or survive for 3 minutes. I don't know at all. Which makes it fascinating. Okay, we got siege weapon war, something we don't have in melee like at all. I like that he found a way. Oh,
ну,
that's
вообще, Шейк Шиза, он, блядь, 2 диспела кинул.
I like that he found a way to give siege unit more depth, and that's the hero kill, and that was the carry. I don't know if there's a special mechanic to get him back like ASAP.
Прикольно,
but if
кстати,
not, good luck, Drota. We go game 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
Включи Солстис в году. Солстис, не дерись, блядь, 7
Oh, sorry, I
вечера
gotta correct myself, by the way. I said Rota is number 1 on the ladder, that is Rivendell. Not...
Включи Solstice. Бля, вот ну бас.
Ah, the flying dude is back! I love this guy.
Ой, ну бас.
It's under the effect of rolling skies and forced to the ground. Hey, Taker! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you had a good time now that the booster is back. We are watching the Warhammer game mode on War 3 Champions, and my dude, it's crazy. 16 new factions, all 4 heroes, different units, everything. I got no clue what's going on. I know that Sheik is winning though, as he does in most game modes. Well, actually he lost the first map, but yeah, that's a ladder mode on War 3 Champions with the special altered melee. And they have their season finals currently, and I thought we'd jump into a match, and look at that. So since this is Warhammer, shouldn't there be like a unit that covers the entire screen? It's like 25 supply and does 1,000 damage?
A player's forces are under attack.
What's the reason this guy is called Andre? Is that a Warhammer reference, or is that a reference from Nightmare to someone? I don't know.
Че интересно сейчас стримлю? Хз вообще.
Okay, Taker is back. Hey, Taker, you're a hero in this game, by the way. Just, you know, the spelling. They got the spelling wrong. It's an Easter egg. Okay, okay, okay. Where can I report it as a bug? Well, Nightmare 2077 is the creator, so he knows now. He knows. This building is used to upgrade Necrotech, Sepulchral Stalkers, and Ushapti. Ushapti! This sounds like a Bavarian
Map
unit.
updater script WTF. Че он от меня хочет?
Come with me to Oktoberfest in Ushapti! Andre is an Easter egg which was added by Jota after he won his last season finals. Andre is Abaddon, his friend from Rue Battle. I see. That's nice. Didn't know you're so good with accents. Ah. Du sollst mal Wienerisch hören, Decker. Wenn ich ein bisschen Wiener. Vielleicht 10 Minuten oder so. Du erkennst mich nicht wieder. Ich habe in meiner Jugend viele Falco-Interviews geschaut und dann kommt das durch. Ja. Anyway, what the hell is going on? Is that the final push? I got no clue, but I thought the last push is the final push, but then it wasn't. Dude, there's so many buffs. I have no idea. I just look at the heroes. This is the most important unit. If that thing goes down, I'm sure the game is over. And no, not yet. But the other unit is maybe going down. No? Zap. Kill. Rip. GG. Must be. Must be GG. It is GG. Expert of the game already. Okay, 1-1. We get a decider. And again, I'm curious if Sheik plays yet another race or if he stays with this. Fascinating world we're diving into. Fascinating world. How long have you been working on this? 14 years? That's just a crazy number. Alright, seems like the next game is not live yet. If Sheik plays vampires now, we'll give them... Maybe wrong audio device or something. You figure
Hey
it out.
there. Yep, I'm
you
here.
go.
And you're audible. Hey there.
How's it going, man?
I'm doing spectacular. Everything's great. How are you guys all? How are you guys doing? Super happy to be here.
I am very confused, but I'm also very entertained.
That's about as much as I expected. So we're exactly where we need to be.
Very good, very good. Yeah, tell me everything about this, man. You basically did all this yourself.
Yep, aside for the models, I suck at modeling, but I have a couple of friends who are super good and who are fans of the mod, so they help out a lot. Shout out to Diazon and to Gluma. And other than that, like 80% of the models are taken from Hive Workshop because they're just there for anyone to use in their mods. So spectacular website. Shout out to Raleigh and to everyone involved with the Hive Workshop community. But everything aside for models has been made by me alone for the past 14 years, basically. Well, it took me like 10 years to develop, and the past 4 years is just, some minor additions and rebalancing. But yeah, it takes freaking 10 years to make something like this, in case you're wondering.
So, how big was the scope when you started doing this?
I initially wanted to make all 16 races, so I knew it's gonna take me a few years. I thought it was gonna be a bit quicker, but it as it tends to happen, it has grown a little bit, the project. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, with enough time and dedication, you can accomplish anything. So my first couple of races that I made back when I was a teenager, they were complete shit. But I have since remade them, overhauled them quite a lot. So I think it's as with many things in life, you just kind of fake it till you make it. You just grind through it, despite the fact that you suck at it initially. After 3 years, you're gonna be quite good, and after 10 years, you're gonna be pretty damn good, most likely. So.
That's so true, dude. That's so true.
Yeah,
right,
perseverance can move mountains, and now I've had the immense privilege of being hosted on Warcraft 3 Champions last year. Big thanks to all of the wonderful people working at Warcraft 3 Champions, Kovacs in particular. And yeah, now we have an active ladder and an active tournament scene, and I'm super excited, super happy, super proud and honored to be a part of it. And thank you to Neo for casting this season finals.
Yeah, I was always interested. I saw Grubby play it once, maybe a year ago or 1.5 years ago, and it was just a little bit too much to get into it. But I thought, hey, why not, man? We have the time. Let's just do the journey. And it is absolutely spectacular, but it seems like it's a lot to learn when you wanted to start out.
Actually, I wouldn't quite call it that, because it's, if you want to be like super good at it, it's gonna take some time to learn. But in real life, like in practice rather, if you know Warcraft, you can get into this mod and learn like 1 or 2 reasonably simple strategies and be quite good in maybe a couple of hours. So the entry barrier actually isn't that high. It's very high if you want to be playing at this level that Shake and Jotaverine are playing at. But in general, if you just want to have fun, it will take you like 1 or 2 hours. Even the maps are the same, so they played Last Refuge first map and Springtime map 2. So actually, it's not nearly as complex as it sounds. Just for reference, and I'll end my thought here. Jotaverine doesn't speak any English whatsoever, and even he had no problem figuring out. Yeah, we have the community is Russophone almost exclusively these days. I'm hoping it's gonna change after today, and yeah, we have like 5 prominent people who don't even speak English, and they just wing it, and it's all fine and fun.
Yeah, if you guys get ever tired of human, night elf, and orc and undead, go try one of the new 16 races we got here. So I saw you start with a lot of items in general, or is that just the demon faction?
Yeah, just give me please 1 second because I'm figuring out why the
Sure.
hell they are delaying.
Okay,
Okay,
no
okay,
problem.
okay. They're delaying because Jotaverin has some troubles with Warcraft 3 Champions and he's restarting his computer. So, but other than that,
Alright.
should be fine. Yeah. That's the delay. Sorry, you had a question about Demons of Chaos. Could you repeat it?
Yeah, you start with a lot of items, right? Is that normal for every faction, or is that like demon specific?
I made it so each race has 4 specializations, like 4 paths if you want. And I wanted to make an intuitive way for your opponents to see which path you have chosen because they can affect the gameplay quite a lot. So I couldn't think of anything better than to give a free item. And I kind of always assumed people would sell them to, conceal their strategies, but in practice, no one ever does so. So yeah, this is just basically 1 free item. And so in the past games, for example, the Demon of Chaos player has always started with the mark of corn, and so he has chosen the specialization, the path of corn. Same with Shake. Game 1, he was caster spec, that's why he had the item that looked kind of like a what's it called, voodoo lounge stuff or whatever. And in the second one he went the daylight heavy spec, and he had the yellow icon. So these are just extra items. I have also reskinned the Scroll of Town portal, so maybe it looks a little bit more,
Yeah, I was very confused about that at first, and then I hovered over. It's like, oh, it's just a town portal, but it looks very nice, so I take it. All these spells and buildings and units, they're obviously inspired by Warhammer, right? But you probably had to make a decision what to include and what not, or is there a fixed set of stuff that you just ported over?
That's an excellent question, and like if I were to give a proper answer, it would take me like 20 minutes maybe or more. But the short version is that you kind of have to balance what you need for a proper Warcraft-like RTS versus what you want to import from the lore. So my biggest problem by far is that Warhammer is very, very melee heavy. So like 80% of units are just melee units. And in some other prominent strategies like Total War Warhammer, the way they would do it is that they would give them like different attack types and armor types and stuff. Whereas in Warcraft, you kinda most of the time just want to give all melee units heavy armor and normal attack. So knights, ghouls, grunts, Tauren, all of those, they have just the same combo. And here, I struggle a lot with it. I really kind of wish I had more ranged units and stuff. This is one of the challenges I had to overcome, but mostly I worked with the models that I had, and so this basically balancing about melee units and ranged units. In general, those fantasy settings, they kind of morph well into one another. So the heroes, it's very convenient to use Warhammer heroes because they also have this like multi-tiered system. They call them lords or heroes, and then there are like the core units, special units, blah blah blah. So it works quite well because there are like tiers and tiers of heroes. So it was really rewarding, really fun, and sometimes challenging, but I think overall I've done quite a nice job, and we have been balancing this stuff for almost 2 years now. So it was 2 years ago when Grubby found me. It was like quite a big boost in popularity back then. And now I'm proud to say that the races are really well balanced compared to what they were maybe a year ago or so. People in chat won't let me get away with a lie if I were telling one, but I'm not. So overall, it's quite fun, and I'm happy to be in this place.
It's really interesting, man. I saw on both maps that I've seen now that that the siege units are used quite a lot on both sides, and that's not really the case in like regular Warcraft, right? So was that a game design decision by you, or was that like a limitation of the Warhammer universe, or how did that come to be?
Before I answer your question, I have 2 short news. One is good, one is bad. The good news is that they have started. The bad news is that they didn't turn on the Flow TV with no delay, so we have to wait for 3 minutes before the game is actually accessible.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Sure. I can sit here and talk for the entirety of the weekend. Okay, so
I know
way
you
too
do.
ahead.
That's the case with every topic with you.
Yeah, only if I'm interested in it. But it just so happens that whenever we talk, we always talk about stuff that interests me. And I'm proud to proclaim that I had the pleasure of talking and drinking alongside Neo in real life at Dortmund. Miss those days, golden days. Okay, getting back to the question of siege units. Honestly, it was a coincidence. And yeah, they're not particularly popular in general, not more popular than in Warcraft. You have like what, mass ballistas, or what are they called, glaive throwers for night elves sometimes. But it's just that basically again, it's kind of a coincidence. Maybe like core knight units that the Jotavrine was playing, they tend to have a slightly stronger version of artillery than most races, so they are a bit of a more popular pick. And in game 2, it was, I know it didn't look like that, but it kind of was like an almost an all-in tier 2 push, but it wasn't an all-in because he also had the expansion shake, and when you all-in at tier 2, you want to have catapults with you, so really it's not particularly common. But yeah, overall, I was listening to your broadcasting. I think you've done a spectacular job reading the game. Like, obviously, you're not tremendously familiar with like which power spikes to expect at what times. Yeah. But other than that, I think it was spot on. It was like it was very like I was very happy listening to you because you said like no nonsense whatsoever. So it was very, very much fun.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried, but you gotta tell me, what are these totems for, and why did he build like 100 of them?
I'm gonna answer it in a second. Right now I'm looking at chat and Lemus is mocking me for saying that it's balanced. Yeah, poor Lemus was playing when the mod was less balanced. Actually, high elves are very popular nowadays. Lemus was playing high elves all the time. Okay, the totems. It was a strat which was not popular. It was like a pocket, how do you call it? Like a pocket strat from Shake. Yeah, pocket strat from Shake to use in season finals. But I think he has chosen the very worst like race to and spec to spec meaning specialization to play it against, because it's Khorne, and Khorne according to lore hates magic, so they have magic resistance. So each totem would increase the damage done by this spell, this green lightning that shamans use by 1. Yeah, so for each totem he like he could do upwards of like 150 damage per shot, but because
oh my god.
Yeah, all of demonic units marked by Khorne have magic resistance of at least 25%, and some have way more than that. Like Bloodthirster has 80, I believe. So at the end of the day, he could nuke maybe only the green hero, the blighted one, and not much more. And yeah, he couldn't get everything up and running. The game was super long. Also, I think both those games were quite long. So this is not really what we usually have. In Warhammer, we have games as long as normal Warcraft. So sometimes they end in like 8 or 9 or 12 minutes. But this time, because the players are giving it their all, because it's winner bracket semifinals and they're quite high leveled. So we just happen to have had very long games, and I'm proud of myself for using the correct grammatical tense.
Yeah, man. So far, these games have been really cool. Are you ready to jump into the third one with me?
Yep, I'm already loading. Unfortunately, I'm using my laptop, so it's gonna take me an eternity. But you can go ahead, and I'll speed up my flow TV. Hopefully, we'll do the catching up.
Worst case, I can also stream it on Discord or something. But yeah, let's go. Decide this. Winner goes up against Rivendell in the final. And the winner bracket final. Sorry, there's of course also a lower bracket. Cheek versus Drota, the decider. So Drota is always playing the demons, or is he switching factions up as well?
Whenever we play a best of 3, we have a rule that two same matchups in a row are prohibited, so whoever loses decides who switches. Both players, only the loser, or only the winner. So after game 1, Shake forced Jotavrine to stay on Demons of Chaos, thinking he could counter him with a tier 2 all-in, basically, from Tomb Kings, because Demons of Chaos have like weird power spikes. They're very strong in the early game and in late game, kind of, but they're really weak in mid game. And so Shake thought he could, at least this is my understanding of his gameplay, although my tactics is crap. Okay, so I think Shake wanted to just all-in him on tier 2 because he thought that his power spike like would match the power trough of Dota. So he told Dota, you stay as Demons of Chaos and I will counterpick you. And so he has counterpicked him as Tomb Kings, who have strong mid game. This time, apparently, Dota Vereen does the same thing. He thinks he can, with the infamous race of so-called swines, beasts of chaos, who are colloquially called swines, or pigs, or cows, however you want to call them. He thinks he can, counterpick him with the swines, and we'll see where that lands him.
All right, I think we're both speeding up, right, until we're live, so that we're...
Fun fact, I'm still loading.
Fun
fact, it takes me like 3 minutes to load because my laptop can handle it much quicker, but not when I'm streaming.
I see. Wait.
I'm just watching your stream. Like, feel free not to speed up yet.
I see.
But whatever suits you. I'm just watching your stream.
Wait, I can share in Discord. Otherwise,
no. It's all good.
Longer for you.
It's all good. I'm gonna. Okay, no, my game crashed. Never mind. I can look at.
Dude. Use my stream in Discord. It's easier.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I can tell you that the swines have went for the Nurgle spec, and I think just based off of the item, which looks like a carapace, and it's probably going to be Sunspec again from Shake, and I will be able to tell if it is or not if you click the item of the Obsidian Statue hero. Yeah, it's the Sunspec, because it's a yellowish looking item. And again, it's gonna be probably like the timing is strongest for Tomb Kings on tier 2. This is why he's rushing it. They have a very strong slow, which is like twice as strong if cast during daytime. And I think Beasts of Chaos have a slightly later power spike, although they're a very strong race overall. If you get into our community, you will quickly notice that we call colloquially between ourselves this whole Warhammer mod, we call it the farm. And the reason we call it the farm is because of all of the pig farms, pig pens that Beasts of Chaos players have at their base, which they use to summon wolves and to train wolves. So because this race has been always so universally popular, yeah, it looks like a like swine farm from hell, and we just shorten it to farm. And I guess I can tell you a little bit about what's going on, on the screen. So
yes,
wolves
please.
are tier 1 units. We sometimes call them green dogs between ourselves because they're slightly green in hue. This is the color of like the god of pestilence, Nurgle. And they're very annoying in early game. They have a bit of poison, although you have to upgrade them once in order for them to get it. And Shake is just trying to win time. He's like making life as difficult as he can for Dota Vereen by harassing with the Obsidian statue-like hero. He has like more or less mundane arcane lightning. It's a bit more spammable and it has longer range. Dota Vereen wants to have an expansion because without it, the swines are tremendously strong Beasts of Chaos. It takes a long time to build because unlike other races, the thing with Beasts of Chaos is that they don't have barracks. Like all of their units are built from one building, which can be upgraded 6 times. The Hearthstone takes 180 seconds to erect. And yeah, this is Hearthstone 2, which basically corresponds to tier 1 plus a lumber mill. So once he upgrades to tier 3, it's going to be basically tier 2, so he can build a second hero, like have some casters and stuff.
Does that mean that he can't produce while he's teching?
Yep, exactly. But his techs aren't that long. So it's only 45 seconds, I believe. So in general, he can have tier 2 much faster than other races, because normally teching is 140 seconds. Here it's 2 times 45, which is 90 seconds. So they often have very early second heroes. And Tomb Guard is basically a grunt, but with chaos damage. Shake lost it, but that's no big deal. It's really painful to lose the Hierophants because they have auras, they provide food, and they are quite costly to revive, and they're somewhat squishy. So these are units you really don't want to lose, and grunts, these tomb guards, they're quite expendable, so it's no big deal that he lost one.
Yeah, the hero fence, like, that's a really cool concept. When I saw it, I really liked it. But the abilities must be rather weak, right? Because you get them as a tier 1 unit for free, basically, like the auras they have.
It's a bit more complicated than that. So it's kind of a high, it's kind of a high risk, high reward situation. So the reason they're here, they're there conceptually, is that it's the undead race, and in order for undeads to like be bound to their unlife, they need like priests to keep them alive. So these priests, this priest caste, according to Tomb King lore, is called Hierophants. And so I was trying to make them, again, increase the food limit and to buff the army in some way. So they each have an aura, and it goes in a specific sequence. So the first aura is like plus a bit of HP regen. The second one is like True Shot aura level 1. Then it's like Devotion aura level 2, or probably level 1. Anyway, what I'm saying is that you want to have them around fighting alongside your army because they provide all of the auras. But on the downside, you don't want to lose them because they're really costly to revive. And whenever they die, you may have noticed that they explode and damage all of your nearby units by, I think, kind of like 70 damage or something. So if you lose 2 or 3, they start falling like dominoes, and all of your army crumbles alongside them, which is a very Warhammer thing, by the way, for something to happen to your undead army. So you want to have them with you, but you really don't want to lose them. So again, it's a high risk, high reward situation. Whenever I play Tomb Kings, and most people don't do it, but sometimes they do, I just keep all of my Hierophants safe back at my base because I can never micro them properly. I would rather fight without them and not lose them than have them with me in my fight, thinking, oh, I'm so strong, and then I lose 5 Hierophants, and it takes me 3 seconds to notice that I lost 1. So and I have already lost the game. So
and you take 300 damage and everything's dead. Yep, that
exactly.
sounds familiar to me. Seems like the army of Sheik is once again the same. We have the Lich second again.
Yeah, it's the standard hero combo. Lich has a very strong, basically mechanism think heal from Dota. So some of mechanics are inspired by Dota because I'm quite a big fan. But on the other hand, Ice Rock was working with original Warcraft 3 material, so there's a very convenient ability from one of the campaign items that restores health, mana, and armor, so you can tinker around with numbers. It gives you quite a lot of wiggle room to create interesting abilities. So he has a strong AoE heal, and he has basically Carrion Swarm. So he's very utilizable, very versatile. And right now, Sheik kind of has a power spike. I don't see him have any catapults, which is really bad. If he had a couple, I think Josephine would have a really hard time. And I think I don't want to criticize Sheik's strategical choices because he plays all of this 10 times better than I do, but I think it wasn't wise for him to go for the grunts. I think he has way too many grunts that he doesn't need, and he really needs the catapults because catapults are so damn strong. On the other hand, grunts have like these tomb guards, they have chaos damage, so it's very strong versus the buildings as well. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think chaos spawns will just shred everything though, because the swines always win.
The swines always win. Dude, we get a sick abomination here, Spawn of Chaos. Huge fight. We see the disable once again that we've seen before. Fork Lightning, Carrion Swarm. It's relatively even so far, I'd say.
Yeah, but it's the daylight is waning, so it's kind of like night elves fighting during nighttime, but stronger, more important than that. So once it's gonna hit nightfall, Sheik's gonna have a hard time because all of his abilities will be like twice as weak. So he had a hard time fighting well during daytime. At nighttime, he has an expansion, so he's not all-inning this. I guess he's gonna do the same thing he has done last time, because on tier 3 you can have the analog of a Moonstone, which gives you midday instead of midnight. And it's quite strong because you can just press it and go fight. because also some of the abilities. Oh, Chupacabra! Wow, it's an Easter egg item. This turtle thing that he has. It's like a neutral merc.
Ah.
Yeah. So yeah, if he's gonna be fighting on the solstice, because this is what it's called, like under artificial daylight, he's probably gonna be fine. But I have no idea how far away his tier 3 is. And fun fact, Beasts of Chaos cannot repair, so that's why he's not repairing. The only race that has no repair. His buildings just regen. Yeah, that is their racial feature.
Yes, if he's doing a few hidden runs, there's not much that Jota can do about it.
Yeah, but Jota's army is way stronger because everything, aside for heroes, is heavy armor, and those spawns of chaos that look like purple A-bombs have magical damage, so they will shred everything if they connect, but they don't because Shake is kiting to the best of his ability. I have no idea why he needs the Chupacabra though. Yeah.
Maybe for the memes, I don't know.
Like the stakes are way too high. The stakes are way too high, like Shrek. Ah, no. Yeah, screw me. I forgot. I have forgotten. Chupacabra has rivalry versus Beasts of Chaos. It can devour any unit of Beasts of Chaos. Yeah, this is the design request that I had.
That you forgot.
Yeah. It was a design request from Rivendell. Yeah. I have completely forgotten about it. It's kind of like Holy Bolt, which can nuke only undead. Right, so it's like a rivalry, what I would call. We have like maybe a dozen or so rivalry mechanics in this mod. Warcraft 3, I guess, has one, Holy Bolt versus Undead. So here, basically, it's the analog of having the Holy Bolt versus Undead, like Chupacabra can devour Beasts of Chaos units.
I see. Oh man, and you say it's easy to learn, Mamma Mia.
No, I know everything. I know everything, and I'm like 1300 MMR in normal Warcraft. Although it's less than that because it has gotten deflated over the years. Like if you're a good Warcraft 3 player, you can beat me after half an hour of practice, or maybe like 1 hour at most. Like despite me giving my best effort, because I'm just like 500 MMR worse than you at Warcraft. Like despite me knowing everything 100%, I won't be able to beat anyone. So as far as this is concerned, I think it doesn't have a huge entry barrier. So look at what Jotaverine is doing. He has built 2 units the entire game: the Green Dogs and the Spawns of Chaos, and they mostly kind of kill everything. So this is it. Soul Ape-Man has gotten into the mod a little bit. He was playing the same strat, so it takes like 3 games to figure out and 10 games to master. Although obviously if you meet someone evenly matched.
And we know that Soul is always playing the Imba stuff, so that tells a lot.
Yeah, and the cow hero, the Kuh, the way you call him on your German streams, he has Holy Bolt, so he can heal everything up. A Shake is tier 3, he should really press the Solstice, yeah.
A little bit of a base race. Just forcing TPs, and I don't know if that's a fight he wants to take.
Yeah, if Jotaverine loses this game, he'll be so pissed off at the Chupacabras because they're kind of not supposed to be there because it's a recent Easter egg. So the way we do it is whoever wins this very tournament, the season finals, gets to design his own Easter egg. And so because Rivendell, who has won last season, he hates Beasts of Chaos so much, his design request included that they had to have a rivalry versus Beasts of Chaos. So this is what it's a little bit anti-fun because this race is just like nerfed. Imagine if you could buy mercs from the shop, like the Troll Priests, but Troll Priests would have Devour versus Night Elves and no one else. Like I believe this is it is the wet dream of every player who's not a Night Elf himself, and this is the equivalent here.
Well, if we do the same in Melee Warcraft, then Happy dictates everything. That will be interesting for sure. Yeah. We have a shop that was summoned here in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, that's exactly the Easter egg shop. So all of those 6 items that you see there, Season 0, Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, it's either an item or a merc.
I see.
Andre, who is a part-time shredder here, it's a design request from Jotaverine for winning Season 3, for example. And we have a couple of other less used Easter eggs. We have one from Shake, but it's not too much used. Although there are a couple of players who use Shake's Easter egg a lot. It looks like a frog, which is quite predictable.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
And it costs 242 gold.
Makes sense. Since he's always naming his game names like that.
Yeah, and also his Twitch account is also Shake242. So
true. So I see the A-bombs moving home. They're all very hurt. Is there some sort of healing mechanic for them?
It's gonna be a region scroll from a hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they have something like cannibalize or something, but all right. Then it takes some time. Sheik at 60, Drota 70. Yeah, Sheik has to act, right? Like he's a base down. He's 10 food down. The TC or the cow is 5 already. It's not looking too great for Sheik anymore.
I always suck at game analytics when it comes to like trying to figure out who's ahead or and who's not. I think Shake doesn't know about the bottom left expansion. That much I can say.
Yeah.
He's not streaming, so I can't stream snipe and tell. Oh, it's actually the second Easter egg, Kislevet Apothecary. This one is season 1 in honor of Inspired. He won it back in June 2024, a year ago. It's a very unpopular pick, but it's cool to see him. He can AoE heal. He's basically like an alchemist. Interesting that Shake relies on mercs. Like, this is very unorthodox. I wish he'd built the freaking Screaming Skull catapults. They're so strong. They're like the strongest tier 2 artillery in game by far. Like one of the strongest units of Tomb Kings, but for whichever reason he doesn't. Maybe because they would just be shredded by A-bombs. So I don't know what to do, honestly. I suck at this game. Okay, like I don't know tactics at all. I just know what stuff does things.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can tell like what can happen theoretically. Like this new hero level 1, he has a TC stomp, so he's gonna stomp in a second. That much I can say. And
yeah, makes sense. Like Sheik is trying to kite the entire time. I don't know if his units are in general faster, but he's kiting and throwing his spells. So stomp makes sense.
Yeah. Also, Shake doesn't turn on the solstice, so he could prolong the day, and he could have he could have midday, which is also slightly stronger than regular daytime. I think Shake over-relied on Chupacabras. He maybe overestimated how potent they would be. These turtle things created by Rivendell.
There was, if the play was to like devour all of the spawns, then that backfired a little bit, and then he kind of forgot about the Chupacabras as well. 3 of them down, weren't part of the fight. Sheik making a couple of mistakes, maybe.
Yeah, I think Shake will fall into the loser bracket with this one. The swines are unstoppable. So you know the saying? Of course, you are from Germany. Was it from Franz Beckenbauer that football is the game where 22 players play, but Germany always wins? Am I butchering the quote?
I know it was Kevin. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so we have the same in Warhammer when we joke that like Warhammer is a game with 16 races, but the swines always win. So yeah, because
maybe
they were so It's also funny because with every nerf they get stronger, as we say in our community, precisely because of what you see on screen. There used to be a very meta strat in the first 3 seasons that I kept incrementally nerfing. Everyone played a different spec, and they were quite successful with it, but right when it got nerfed enough, one of the members of the community, Rohirrim, found out that you can just do nothing but mass those purple A-bombs and they would shred everything. This strat went unnoticed for like half a year, despite us having like many pro players, many tournaments, many prize money handed out and stuff. And so everyone just switched into purple A-bombs. And so literally, despite or rather because of all of the nerfs, players had to adjust and then switched into a more potent strategy. And so the swines, despite all of the nerfs, they have gotten stronger. So this is kind of what I feel keeps happening to them.
Maybe you have to buff them then.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. So the last nerf was this again turtle-looking Easter egg that you see on the screen.
Yep. Yeah.
Apparently, it's not enough.
That unit, it's still not enough. Oh man. Okay, we get lots of AoE here. Sheik, I guess if he loses that base, then it's the end of him. We're getting close to the main bases mining out as well. It is once again total chaos with Sheik trying to kite, but then he abandons his base. The wolves take care of the workers already. The poor chupacabros are being eaten alive again. Not a great game for them, I gotta admit. And Drota is comfortably on 3 bases.
Yep. With that, I believe Shake will fall into the loser bracket final. The Ku is level 6, so he can do the Farseer's ultimate of Earthshake with slight variation, but we'll call it Earthshake for simplicity's sake. Earthquake rather. And yeah, with that, Shake has no real hopes of holding his base. Doombull is level 3, so it's either level 2 Stomp or level 2 melee damage Aura. Both are very strong. Aura of Vigor is Undead Unholy Aura, and where the hell? Oh yeah, it doesn't affect him himself, so did he not skill it? That's very weird. It's called Aura of Slaughter or something? I don't remember all of those names.
Nope. It doesn't.
It's so weird. Did he level up the useless skill that looks like a speed scroll? Okay, maybe he has, but he hasn't used it once. It's very, very weird. Maybe Jotaverine is mocking. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know what the spells do. I wouldn't put it past him either, because he can't read English and sometimes he wins despite not knowing how the races work. So for example, in game 1 he spent 500 gold and 250 lumber doing research that does absolutely nothing. I had a laugh.
Sometimes you just gotta experiment a little bit, you know? You never know.
Yeah. Okay, here goes the solstice, because it's suddenly daytime. I absolutely love the orange overlay from Blizzard. They have specifically apparently textured it, but it's nowhere to be seen if you look at the clock. Yeah, it's orange. Very beautiful.
That's
and
crazy. Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. When I was coding this spell, I felt shocked and like really happy that they actually have it. It's like the opposite of Moonstone. Instead of midnight, which turns purple, it turns it to midday and sets it to orange. It looks very nice and bright.
Man, you learned something about Warcraft after 22 years. Crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe they thought of this mechanic as well, but then thought the poor night elves will complain and didn't put it in.
Yeah, sounds
Drota
credible.
Drota now 4 bases, just a matter of time, it seems, until Sheik is out here. So we have one more match today, right?
However many we want to cast, so presumably it's going to be one more, because this one has taken a long time, this series. So I personally don't really have a preference, so it's either going to be Shake versus Lisa, or it's going to be Rivendell versus Jotaverine. I think maybe Lisa game may be a bit more interesting, because Lisa always plays like very unorthodox strats. He's our Leluami, he has like 120 APM, but he always plays something wacky. And because of that, he's really strong. But if the players have any strong opinions, we can switch to the other game. And Frostbitten is waiting in the Conceders final, so it's like top 4. So, but I don't think we have to cast 3 games. It's probably best we sort of,
yeah, if I can do one more, and if I can do one more, GG. I can do the FFA in 1 hour. That would be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
gonna ask
almost
the players.
2 hours. I mean, we had a little break in between. Sure.
I'm gonna ask the players. I'm gonna ask the players if they're fine with Lisa Shake game right now, because I think it's gonna be more entertaining.
Sure, whatever the players want, I do next. What is that? StarCraft fused with Warcraft? No, Warhammer Late Night Berlin. It's only in the title. This is the Warhammer mod that you can play on War 3 Champions. 16 additional races, all basically done from scratch. The models taken from Hive Workshop. Obviously, the units and factions inspired by the Warhammer universe. And then you play. It's very, very different, but also very similar compared to Warcraft. And the people are looking for more players to hit the ladder. And they have their season finals right now, where the final is Rivendell and Drota. We know them from 1-on-1 as well. I think they're in Storm, like Clan Storm, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, we know Sheik, who is a god in every game mode.
And he's from Thunderducks. Same clan as I am.
And of course. Since you stole him from you, Matt.
We have made a purchase.
A purchase, okay.
With the insane amount of money that RioBet has showered us with for a couple of months.
Okay, then it's fair. As long as Sonic, Toxie, and the others are benefiting. As long as the money didn't go to Smurf, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I have no idea what Smurf has done, but I'm gonna assume it's well deserved.
Did you ever talk to him?
I have drank with him, I think.
Yeah, that should be enough evidence. But it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I see that we got a donation towards our War 3 Champions prize pool, and I gotta look who that was, and I hope that person is still around. Wait, that's the wrong finals.
Hey, Soleitman, thank you for the raid. Yep. Sorry, I apologize.
Soleitman, thank you for the raid. True. Max, thank you for $140. We got the 3K full. I'm back and I brought something for you. Yo, Max, it's good to have you back, my dude. I hope life isn't too stressful and you can enjoy Warcraft. We got season finals coming up. Amazing matches in Melee Warcraft this weekend. And, of course, gonna try to cover as much FFA and as much of the Warhammer tournament as well, whenever that continues, of course. And if you want to find out more about Warhammer and the factions, it's all up on Hive Workshop. Here is the link in the chat. Do you have a background in like game design, or did you just pick it up from scratch and just experimented?
Second thing, yes, I just winged it all the way. When I initially started, I was complete crap, and thankfully, World Editor in Warcraft is very intuitive and very noob friendly compared to some of the other things I've tried tinkering with. So yeah, you just start. Initially, you are awful, and then you just fake it till you make it, I guess.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy. But yeah, I guess. You figure out what's good and what's not good, and you talk a lot with your players as well, right? That helps you with balance.
Yep. I just observe and sort of. I think I kind of have good intuitions. Well, I feel like an idiot praising myself, but I kind of have good intuitions about what to balance and stuff.
You gotta do it, man.
Yeah, but no, it's like every season when we have like big balance changes, I always get like tons of feedback, and it's really challenging, even from like top tier players. Just give me 1 sec, because I have to write something in the lobby.
Of course.
I think I'm trying to, like, I'm imploring them to have Flow TV with no delay, just in case. Okay, wait. And it took me like 5 attempts before they got to me. Yeah.
I'm fine with 3 minutes as well. Like, for me, it doesn't make a difference at all. It's not that somebody will spoil this, I think. So
yeah, I guess it's just like, you know, for the I don't know, for the adrenaline. Maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, adrenaline from the cosmos, so that you know what you're seeing is in real time and not like sometime in the past.
Fair. Yeah. It's for the feeling.
Yeah. Again, so I was trying to balance, and whenever I would balance, I would obviously receive feedback, and I would specifically ask for feedback, and like half of the feedback I would get is complete crap, and I would know that it's crap, but at the same time, I feel so weird, because here is, for example, Shake telling me to like nerf this or buff that, and I know that Shake like understands the game way better than I do, not as far as like the content is concerned, but as far as like his intuition is concerned, the timings and stuff. But I would normally go with my own sort of perception, just because I spend way more time on it than any one person alone. I can kind of see the whole picture even without understanding it. And so I think it took me like 5 or 6 seasons when we really generally have 16 well-balanced races. Doesn't mean that every single unit is useful, or every single like spec or hero. Like some specs are underpowered and stuff, but nothing's obviously overpowered. And unlike 3 seasons ago, where we had like 3 top strats and everything else was completely useless compared to them, here we have way more variety, and everything's very playable. And we have all random tournaments where everyone's just playing random races. And by the way, I gotta say, like, all of the players playing right now, they know all races really well. They can play them all really well. It doesn't take that doesn't take that long to learn. And compared to what we had like a year ago, where we would have a all random tournament, people would be shuddering before they type in the random race command, because like half the time they would get something completely crappy, other half the time they would get something overpowered, and it would be like, oh shit, obviously you have the stronger race and I have the weaker race, that's why I'm gonna lose. Like these days, nothing of the sort. Like every single one of 180 matchups is very much playable.
It's pretty impressive, man. It took the Melee Warcraft 20 years to get to the point where we are, and some people say it's still imbalanced, but just a couple of seasons is really impressive, and it looked like every faction can win from what we've seen in this first series at least, or then there's counters to it, which you can balance out in a series. So that's really cool, really, really impressive.
Yeah.
I know
game's up, by the way.
Nice.
Game's up, by the way. Yeah.
I know my audience a little bit, and they might be like, "Oh, it's kind. Oh, it's turned. Okay, then I know who that person is. I know him from FFA. Nice. Okay, that's cool. They might be a little overwhelmed, but I see on the Hive workshop that you also have a campaign.
It's a demo campaign that I made a long time ago. The first chapter is from 2012. The last one is from 2015. So it's a bit of a relic from the past. It's like you can tinker with it. I think it's still fun. I put a lot of soul into it. It's not as flashy as what we have today. There are way fewer custom models and stuff. So more of reused assets from Blizzard proper. The modeling scene wasn't that proficient yet. When was it? 12 years ago. But yeah, I would be happy and honored if someone took a look at it. It still kind of plays well. It doesn't have almost any bugs at all, so it should be a fun experience. I wish I had like an extra couple thousand hours to spare to make it a full campaign, but I do not.
Where's your dedication, dude? Only 16 races and not even an updated campaign. We got the lower bracket, the Fight for Survival is on, and this is a new faction that we see. Turned, who you praise as very creative, and I know from FFA as a very talented player as well. High Elves.
Yeah, Lemus, if you're still in chat, feel free to take a look. It's probably going to be Dark Elves, though, yeah. It's Dark Elves from Turned. Yeah. And from Shake we have, because I'm still loading. Okay, we have Orcs. It's weird that he would play Orcs
look
again.
At Discord if you want.
Yeah, that's true. I can. It's weird that he would play Orcs again. Honestly, they're considered one of the, not less powerful, but kind of more boring races. But we'll see where it gets from there. Turned, also known as Lisa or Lizichka. I'm gonna try calling him Turned, although I normally do because in Discord he's Lisa. He may have a like a prepared strat. I'm not sure what he wants to show. Hopefully it's going to be strong. He was very confident in himself before the tournament started. He said he's going to win and stuff. So hopefully he has some some strong ideas what to play with. And Dark Elves have a very weird, like, basically avoid 2 races or 3 races if you start playing. It's Dark Elves, Demons of Chaos, and to a slightly lesser extent Bretonnia, because they're least Warcraft-like. This Slave Master model, by the way, she's very hard to click, and I'm gonna fix it next patch. I know it's been a long trouble. Because whenever I play Dark Elves, I curse the entire universe. But finally, some modeler has fixed it for me. So the way you fix it is that you add invisible collision spheres to the model, and since I don't do modeling, I can't do it. But apparently, we have it fixed this time. So Dark Elves, they have slaves, and slaves are invulnerable. Kind of like, I suppose, the Geneva Convention, you don't kill slaves, but they gather resources at a very, very abominable rate. So at like 3 gold or 5 gold, and 3 lumber or 5 lumber. They don't cost any food, so you just have an entire base swarming with cockroaches, as they are sometimes called. So I hope none of you are triggered because you have a cockroach infestation at your house.
We're not Asmongold, we're fine.
Yeah. Oh wow! It's actually a new strat from Shake with the Black Orc hero. Someone in chat, I wonder if they're still here, was asking me if this mod has Black Orcs. This mod has Black Orc hero and Black Orc units. Black Orc units plays Black Orc Hero places Ivory Barracks if you want as his spell. So this is exactly what he's doing. You can hire units from it straight away. This Orcish battle camp, yeah, that's the thing.
Well, not for much longer as it looks.
Yeah, you can still hire something from it. And by the way, my Warcraft crashed because my laptop is utter shit. So I'm happy to use your Discord. Yeah.
You rely on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like a good early game then. If the Rex is down, she can't produce any units right now except the summoned units that we've seen before from the lodge.
Yeah, this is meant as a base defense mechanic, but obviously Warcraft 3 players, they would find a way to use base defense mechanic for offensive purposes. Snotlings cannot, but I believe you caught it when you were streaming the first time around. They have this Robogoblin mechanic when they cannot wander too far away from their initial summoning point, otherwise they perish. So yeah, that's why Shake cannot move them far away. It's very interesting that Dark Elves always expand because otherwise they have no gold whatsoever and expanding is somewhat easy for them. But they normally freaking expand at their naturals, and Turn this game is pulling a bold move trying to expand at Shake's natural. Yeah, and he has a slave pit which trains slaves and a storage which is basically the main building, except it doesn't train anything.
It looks like Sheik is getting completely stomped right now. Like he's down a base, as you say. It's kind of normal, but his Rex is down.
Nope. I think he's totally fine. He's level 3 already. He has strong mercs. Like it doesn't bother him that he doesn't have proper barracks. Lizichka, or rather Turned, as always, is only level 1 because for whichever reason he never creeps. He always harasses, and he didn't kill much, so he's only level 1. So it's level 1 versus level 3. He has one base, and it's basically normal for Dark Elves to play versus their like second base, because if Dark Elf doesn't have an expansion, they're completely gone. Like they cannot play without an expansion period. So I think at least it was a level up from Lisa, from Turned, right, from his hero, from his Death Hag. She's quite annoying. She's kind of like a warden, except she has a passive that, the Orb of Corruption passive, basically. So she's very good at killing other heroes, but Shake's hero is very strong, though, because he's a strength hero and stuff. Okay, he has freed all of the slaves. You cannot kill slaves, but you can free them. If there is no slave master around, you just right-click them and they run away. Yeah, because otherwise it would be...
That's a cool mechanic, dude. What?
Yeah, initially the slaves were vulnerable, but this made the race very underpowered. You would just rush in and kill all the slaves. It was very anti-fun, and I thought that, yeah, you can have a provision like a Geneva Convention-like thing where you cannot kill slaves, and here you can only free them by right-clicking them if there is no slave master around, or the slave pit building. So Shake has killed the slave pit with the stone throwers, and yeah, he just right clicks the units, and there are the Black Orc units. They're normally tier 3, but in this spec of Black Orcs, which I know he has chosen because he has the red item in his inventory, Bash's Blood Axe, they're tier 2. So this shows very nicely the spec variability between within rather the same race, because this is a different specialization compared to what Shake has played last game. So he doesn't have access to those totems this game period because he has chosen a different spec and they're locked. But he does have Black Orcs on tier 2, for example. It's a very interesting matchup because I don't believe I ever saw this played like this before. This Orc versus Dark Elves, the Black Orc hero, and it's very interesting because I think he's quite strong early game, and Dark Elves have also strong early game because they have like Chip Footman and
All right, curious if he can hold here. Takes care of the Rex. For now, we get again a lot of siege units as we had in the first match, map 1 and 2. So a little bit of siege wars here. If the hero of Turned falls, is that... Oh, he had a potion. All right. No worries then. So it seems like he can hold here. The game is all over the place.
I think Turned is having a really, really hard time because he doesn't have an expansion, and as a Dark Elf, you really want to have an expansion, otherwise you're very much out of gold. Well, honestly speaking, Shake is a way better player. Turn did have a couple of very nice games recently where he won a cup fair and square. It was a fun cup because we had the reverse pick mechanic. It's like before the game, you pick in chat, or did they pick in lobby? Anyway, you pick the race for your opponent. So he actually won the reverse race pick cup. He beat Rivendell, what was it, 3-2 in the finals, a series that lasted like 3 hours. But it was hella fun to watch.
My.
Yeah. But right now he's having a
sounds
hard
like you
time
have a
versus
good
Shake.
community going on.
Would you? I'm actually very proud and happy because like a year ago or thereabouts, I had to really struggle to get some people to play like a cup or something. Then I had the genius idea that I would just, and there's the game. We were Flow TV observing, by the way, so it's not the fact that they're all unmannered and don't write GG. So I had the brilliant idea. Whenever I would host a cup, I would just do a raffle thing for like $5. So whoever participates gets to be in a raffle, and so it incentivized people to just turn up for the numbers without expecting to win, really. So with that, the tournament numbers spiked. Feel free to take this out of my sort of pocketbook, because I think it's a really good idea and something which Warcraft lacks a lot, because many tournaments are so predictable who's going to win. So it's like if I host an open cup, not many people will come, because once they sit at Starbucks and DICE have registered, they have no chances. So it's not like it's going to be a huge turnaround. But if I say that 2 random participants get like $10 just for participating and not forfeiting games, then it's going to be way more people turning up. Anyway, so once I've done that, and once we have gone a little bit on the Warcraft 3 ladder thing, we really had a lot of players moving in. We have a very active Argentinian guy by the name of Gerok, who's one of the few non-Russophones in the community. And yeah, we in general we have lots of memes and stuff. We have an active Discord server. And the other day, the guys just sponsored a cup out of their own prize money, which was super cool. Shake donated like $12, and Turned, whom he's playing against, donated like $5, and they played the entire cup in like 2 hours. It was just basically off the cuff. I felt really proud because this happened just like 2 days ago. And it hasn't happened to me before. It's like the guys completely of their own initiative just. And I wasn't even home. I was AFK somewhere, and they just said, "Hey, who wants to play a fast cup?" And they're like, "Everyone wants. Who's gonna sponsor it?" And no one wants to sponsor it. Okay, fuck it, we'll sponsor it. Let's go. And we had 9 people, double elimination. Was a hell of a cool tournament, and longest game ever recorded so far happened. It was 48 minutes long. So
Jesus.
Yeah. And I think the final was Rivendell versus Jotaverin. So it was just like 2 days ago. So yeah, we have a nice and fun community. And the winner got 1,000 rubles, so it's like $12. And one random participant has gotten the 500 ruble raffle, which was won by Shake, which is super ironic given the fact that he has sponsored 1,000 rubles. So he has paid, he has paid 500 rubles and won the raffle.
But he had an evening of fun, man, and you can't pay that. We are going into map 2. So if I understand this correctly, one of the players will now play a different race, right?
At least one of the players will play a different race. And so, Turned, being the loser, said that both have to switch. And so I giggled to myself when I saw what Shake has written to me in private messages, because before picking the race, if both players switch, you have to tell the admin beforehand so that there are no counter picks in game happening. And so, and then his message obviously read swines. Svinje. So it's so funny.
And swines we have, but we also have a new faction, and that's vampires. Tell me everything about the vampires.
Yeah, I think someone in chat was asking for vampires. I wonder if that person is still around. So it's the second undead race. Like Tomb Kings, they actually have the human building mechanic, but without the power build. So you can, like, whenever your peasant is building, he's outside the structure, and so he can be killed. Normally, alongside that, comes power building, but not for Tomb Kings or for vampire accounts. That's why they have not tremendously strong infrastructure, I would say. They can be easily harassed, but they have some upsides to compensate for it. Very weird build order from Turned, but as I said, he likes playing weird playstyles. Oh, fun fact, we have ATR in this mod as well. You can turn it on manually in game, and so every hero you build turns into a random of 69 heroes. And by the way, this is a real number, I believe. Yeah, I can do a quick count. So it's gonna be 64 base heroes, and because Dogs of War have 2 heroes per specialization, it's 5 specs. Oh, god damn it! It's about 69 heroes. Okay, it's probably like 72 or something. Screw me. I don't even know how.
Let's assume it is 69. Just for the memes, it's 69.
Yeah, it's very close to 69. I will maybe do a recalculation in chat, and I wouldn't be because this number is in my head for some reason, and it's probably not for the reason that you think it is. So
for some reason, yeah. I know, you filthy soul.
Yeah, I am. So I now get why the weird build order, and this is me first time seeing this. It's a fast expo from
it's a fast
from
expo
Vampire
in the middle. It's something we see a little bit in Melee recently. Cool to see it here in Warhammer as well.
Yeah, it's prepared by Turned, obviously, because I've never seen him play that, and he has chosen the DK-like hero as his first hero. And he is playing the so-called Korchatov spec, which I'm going to talk about it in a little bit. And Shake, I assume, is going to play meta, so it's going to be Nurgle spec with mass A-bombs as well. Yeah, it's Trollhide armor, so we know it's the same strat that Joseverin played versus him a couple of games before. And Turned, as he loves to do, just comes to harass. He's going to have no levels, and he's going to try to maybe rush tier 3. He's gonna have some trouble with lumber, and I kind of know what I'm talking about because this is one of the strats I try to main, but I never obviously played these cheeky fast expansions. The specific reason I kind of like this playstyle is that you asked me earlier, like how did I implement Warhammer lore into Warcraft. So when I was designing this specific race vampire accounts, I found out that when making one of the specs, I really lack models for a couple of famous vampires, but I had a really cool model that I wanted to use that's not associated with anything in lore, and I thought to myself, okay, I've been doing this for like several years now. I feel like I am entitled to create some of my own lore. So this particular spec that Turned is playing is the only piece of stuff that I myself have come up with in the entire mod. So he's playing so-called Korchatov vampires, which are completely 100% made up by myself. So everyone else who's familiar with Warhammer lore, whenever observing my mod, will recognize more or less everything. Here it's complete Willkür von mir. So how do I say it in English? Arbitrariness.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So if Turned loses here, it's definitely your fault. I'm gonna spin the message there in that regard. So we've seen the swines being super powerful in the winner bracket before. So what can the vampires do against that?
Turned always has the wackiest strats period. So I cannot read this person's mind at all. Like it's like a mind of insanity. So. He does have a somewhat solid start, I would say. He has a Moonwell Tower hybrid in his expo, and I think Shake hasn't scouted it yet. I believe Shake has just way better micro, and he has great feel for the game. Like, his intuitions are always superb whenever it comes to playing. I always laugh at him because he doesn't know the mod too well, despite playing it for many hundreds of games. Like, he always gets like confused by the simplest of mechanics. I always laugh at him. Like the other day, and I swear to God, it was like a couple of months ago, I asked Shake how many races there are in the mod, and he couldn't tell me. And I was laughing so hard at him. I'm like, Shake, you've been playing this for 1.5 years. You had 700 games in season 20 alone, and you don't know how many races there are in the mod. So
some people have different priorities, you know. They just decide to own people in the game mode instead of learning boring numbers.
Yeah, true that. Very smart move from Turn, because he has again chosen the Chupacabra Merc, Chupacabra Easter egg to be precise, and so he is devouring the wolves, which is the same mechanic as Kodo Beast Devour. So, for example, Shake has night vision, and the wolf inside Chupacabra's belly is losing 4 hit points per second.
All right, so that's gonna take some time. We got that expo up, and we see what are we getting here.
Oh,
Mass casters?
yeah, I have completely lied when I said I don't know what Turnt is gonna play, because last several games he has been playing the same thing whenever playing vampire accounts. It's necromancers, but instead of summoning skeletons like necromancers in Warcraft 3, they summon skeletons like Farseer summons wolves in Warcraft 3, so they don't need corpses. It's gonna be mass summons.
Ah. Oh, that's a cool mechanic, and something, of course, Sheik is familiar with in principle, since he's playing that himself a lot in Melee. That there was a building on the right. Oh no, he gets surrounded here. That's probably not the greatest timing for that.
Yeah, has to TP out. This building is a bit of a meme. It's called Aboriginals Fishery. I doubt Rivendell is listening, and I'm not sure if he speaks English, if he could even listen to me. But yeah, for some reason there's this really, I don't know, funny guy, Andre, whom they really like to make fun of, and so this meme is dedicated to him. Like this is his flat, so to speak, and Chupacabra can place it as his Easter egg, and it can train like Andre's. So it's not it wasn't a useful building whatsoever, to be honest. It's like kind of like a ward. That's it, and it's placed by the Chupacabra for free.
All right, poor Chupacabra is getting surrounded as well, but thankfully we got a staff, like the elves.
Indeed, and this staff is purchased in the neutral shop. Also, you can purchase, what are they called? Ankh of Reincarnation in it, and some other items that, are like stuff of Boots of TP. Lemes was typing in chat that you can, if you buy double boot, it just turns into Boots of TP. Okay, level 1 hero is gonna die. Yeah, but it's not the biggest of deals.
Well, if you have a timing push to do, then it's probably not great. Sheik is surrounding one unit after the next, man. This is pretty impressive, and he gets the next one. We don't even have to talk a lot about factions and your new heroes. It's just one simple Warcraft mechanic, a surround that decides maybe the game.
Yeah, but Sheik is gonna have some trouble because he needs a lot of Dispel Scrolls, because this race doesn't have AoE Dispel at all, I believe. It does have it, but in a different spec. In Korn spec, this is Nurgle spec. So all of these summons can only be dispelled by Dispel Scrolls, which are stronger than Staff of Negations, but still, yeah, you'll like Shake will want to have a third hero just to counter all of the summons. To be fair, the purple A-bombs, they have Breath of Fire, which is quite strong, but yeah, it's gonna be again like every one of those necromancers is like a level 1 Farseer who can summon 2 wolves.
Okay, yeah, can we have that in Melee, please, Blizzard? I would love to see that. I gotta say, the Necromancer attack animation looks amazing.
Yeah, props to all of the modelers. Like, they've done some amazing job. I really adore some of those models, some of those rewraps. I had immense joy sort of selecting all of this and making all of this.
It's really cool. So let's see how they fare in the fight. They did a little bit of damage. We mentioned this before. The Hearthstone can't be repaired. So he's basically sending wave after wave to the Hearthstone and trying to outmine him.
I don't really know what the tactics are.
Okay.
Like the overall idea is one player has infinite summons, the other one is gonna try to have infinite AoE versus that, and that's it. And we'll see how it goes. That's about as much as I can say.
Okay, makes sense. Do the catapults have splash damage against the summoners?
Yep, it's like a demolisher. That's it, and it's a neutral
Okay.
Merc. Yeah,
that makes sense. Dude, it's kind of sick save by turn. It's kind of fascinating how we've observed 5 games now, and they were all completely different.
Yeah, it's 180 matchups if my math is correct, which it may or may not be. Plus the specs.
Who in their right mind would like to balance 180 matchups?
Yours truly, and I think I've actually done a good job at it. It took me like almost 2 years, but I have done so. If not, by the way, because this is a debate that we like having, that we sometimes have. Like nowadays, I feel confident enough. We played several balance challenge show matches. So what we would do is we say like pick any of the 360 matchups, because you double that given that A can play one race and B can play the other race, or vice versa. Yeah. So tell me any of those 360 matchups and let the weaker player play the quote-unquote stronger race, and I bet you that they will win at most like 1 game out of 3. And I had a couple of challengers. It was like 2 or 3 I believe we had 3 of them, and each was worth like $10. I was confident, like, this is so balanced, like I'm gonna win. So and I'm proud to proclaim all 3 of those balance challenges show matches have been won by me, and that's, I guess, why we stopped having them. So I put my money where my mouth is. So all of those 180 matchups are reasonably well balanced. Yeah. They're nice. Shake likes to say, I hope he's not joking, that this mod is more well balanced than normal Warcraft 3 is. So I guess I guess the same intuition would be is you say, okay, if you say that undead is let's say stronger than night elves, then if we let, oh my god, I've forgotten all of the vanilla undead players. If we let, like, say, Happy play night, no, wait, I've never mind, fuck me. I'm saying something very stupid.
Happy would win for sure.
Yeah. Like the stronger player would, like, stronger player never loses the weaker matchup for as far as my challenges are concerned. So I believe it's a really good sign that, and honestly speaking, this was never the case until like a couple of months ago. Half a year ago, we had really something ridiculous, but these days everything is really well balanced, and we have a billion summons on the screen, by the way, and level 6 cow because of all of that.
That is crazy, man. There's buffs everywhere, there's summons everywhere, there's dispels everywhere. It is absolutely chaotic. Super hard to control the armies now, I imagine.
I'm really liking the fact of this one single vampire with a sword down on the right, who's called Courtyard of Vampire, because it means that we have tier 3 from Turnt, actually. I believed he would stick to tier 2, but he has 1 tier 3, and now he has 10 times more summons because of that, and I'm loving it.
Oh my god. Well, he also got flying bats now that help him here, and Sheik is not looking too great, man. He got a lot of resources, but 3 bases versus 2, and I don't think he was able to make it to the shop to get Dispel Scrolls for a long time, so that's what you get.
Turnt has used Staff of Teleportation on a unit that was about to die. I believe it was a misclick. He wanted to staff him. Instead, he staffed. He staffed him all right, but it was the wrong stuff.
Whoops. Well, he sacrifices a hero for it, but I don't think she can still can do anything about this. I mean, the Hearthstone's still 120. But
it can't be repaired, remember,
yeah. Really close, man. But there's another wave. He's trying so
7.
hard, man.
Oh my god.
Swarm Stomp is going down.
Yeah, well played by Turnt. This is exactly what I was referring to when I said he has weirdest playstyles. He is changing his strat around, because he used to play tier 2. Now he's playing tier 3. He has 2 expos. Damn, this guy is so crazy. Like, no one plays anything remotely similar to what you see on screen from Turnt right now. He's the most creative player, I believe, in the scene. If you play in ladder versus him, please ask him to go easy on you, because if he uses some of the annoying strats on him, you're gonna tilt. I guarantee you. Even if you're a freaking Zen Buddhist monk, you're still gonna tilt. You can play in a really, really annoying fashion. And yeah, next night is going to be very strong. So Geheimnistag, the following night, is going to be Geheimnisnacht. It's something from the lore. Vampires and the Empire of Man is based off of Holy Roman Empire, so Germany basically in real life. So they have a lot of German-sounding names and stuff. So yeah, this day right now it's going to be 20% shorter. The next night is going to be 20% longer. If I were turned, I would avoid fighting. But yeah, he wants to fight anyway. He's going to be so much stronger at nighttime. Like it's incomparable. He's going to be like 2 or 3 times as strong. I have no idea why he's fighting here. He should just sit it out.
What a cool mechanic, man. I love how you play around with day and night cycles so much. Like, we've only seen, like, 5 factions or something, but 2 of them are influenced by day and night in a very, very different way. This is really creative.
Yeah, thank you. To be honest, it's the only 2 ones that are, and it's also the specs. Yeah, out of 65 specs, only 2 are influenced by nighttime and daytime. So it's one is the one by Tomb Kings, the most popular one, and the other one is one of the more popular ones by vampire accounts. So Tomb Kings benefit from daytime, vampires benefit from nighttime. But yeah, it's a really cool mechanic from Blizzard. I like it a lot. I do implement it. To be honest, there are like a couple of spells here and there just spread around that also benefit from nighttime, not from those 2 races, but in general, yeah. For example, vampires, by the way, now that you've mentioned that, they're blinded by daylight, so during daytime, as you can see if you're attentive right now, their sight range is really crappy. They have 800 sight range, as if it was nighttime, but during nighttime it's going to be reversed. They're going to have 1800.
Oh, that's so cool. And yeah, you can play around that, of course. I don't think it's so much about vision here right now. It's just about summoning more skeletons and necros and zombies. At least Cheek was able to take out the middle now, so he's still fighting, and he had a big bank. He still has a big bank. So
I honestly have no idea why Lizachka is fighting. Like, the turn should really pull back. It's only 20 seconds till Geheimnisnacht or something, or like 40 seconds. Like, every time he casts a spell during nighttime, he's gonna summon like either a bat or a restless soul, and the closer he is to midnight, the more he's gonna summon. Also, because it's Geheimnisnacht, he's gonna have at least +3 armor the entire night, and closer to midnight it's gonna go up to +9. And same goes for damage, so up from no, don't fight, freaking wait 10 seconds, oh my god, he's wasting all of his mana doing something ridiculous. Just wait for fucking nightfall. Okay, never mind.
Maybe it's still enough though. Nice staff, but also Sheik with a nice swarm. Lots and lots of wolves for the base defense in. And now he's running away when he's supposed to be the strongest. Whoops.
Well, he has a long night ahead of him. And also, it really matters quite a lot whether it's closer to midnight or not. So first 3 hours is not that big. Starting 9, he's really strong. And 1 hour within midnight is freaking strongest. It's +9 armor to everything, and it's like 3 summons for every spell you cast.
Yep, that sounds very strong indeed. So a little bit of healing. Sheik is supply blocked, buffs himself. Level 8, like, how meaningful are hero levels here? Like, can units still counter level 9, 10 heroes?
If turned played not like an idiot, it wouldn't really matter, but I think he threw his like all of his advantage by fighting at 4 p.m. for no reason. So I'm not sure. I think if Lisa literally waited for 25 seconds, this would be easy winning, but because he wasted all of his mana and health fighting at the worst possible time in the universe, he may be not able to take this because Sheik has killed quite a lot. How much supply does Lisa have? 80. Okay. You know what? He's probably fine. Because midnight is still some way off. And yeah, during midnight he's going to be the strongest. Although he probably himself doesn't know that, to be honest. Because he doesn't speak any English.
Looks like it, yep.
Like, if you look, he has +6 armor on his necromancers because it's past 9 o'clock. Earlier in the night he had +3. Yeah.
That is a huge buff. Okay. So good luck surviving that Sheik. I think his main base is in jeopardy. He doesn't have like infinite spawns of chaos like we've seen before from Jota versus Sheik. So
yeah, okay. Now is a really good time to find. So it's almost 11 o'clock. So it's almost the very, very peak of turn's power spike. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of summons.
10 armor on everyone. He needs so much dispel. To be fair, he does have a lot of dispel, so Sheik is prepared. mostly.
Yeah, at least Dispel ignores armor, so...
Yep.
Look at the hero levels, damn.
Nine. That's a lot. It is a lot. This
Uh,
GC can kind of clean up the skeletons all by himself.
Turnt was playing versus Frostbitten in this cup that I have spoken about, the one that was completely crowdfunded by Shake and Turnt, in fact, the two players right now. And it was a 48-minute game, and Turnt was playing Skaven, and he also was playing Mass Summons. And so Frostbitten had level 10 hero when he built his second hero, and then that hero ended up getting level 10. In a 48-minute game. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. This is something that never happens in Warcraft, to be honest. Shake is out of mining.
Of your balanced ideas.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
I would be proud to deliver.
And of course, reminder, this main base is also the main barracks. So if that one falls, he's gonna have a tough time. But I've seen Sheik in FFA, dude. He's been doing some crazy recoveries if he has a bit of gold. So I'm not giving up hope yet, but looking at all these necros and summons, maybe
I think it's a 1-1. Yeah, it's probably a 1-1 just because of the fact that Shake no longer has money for Dispel Scrolls, and this is kind of his win condition. Lisa
true,
just...
yeah.
Yeah, they're quite pricey. It's like 225 for 3 charges. And he can't even repair.
That's also a problem. Yep.
986 hero level. But they don't do much here.
Since a couple of people are asking in the chat, it is an altered melee map. So basically a mod that is on War 3 Champions as a ladder. Everybody can play it for free, of course. 16 factions based on Warhammer Fantasy. And we want to watch the season finals right now.
Yeah, thanks a lot for everyone asking. It means a lot to me that you find interest in it. Again, as I said some time ago, I'm really proud to have been hosted on Warcraft 3 Champions. We have over 1,000 games every season that we've been a part of. So season 20 we had 2,400 games. Then it's like 1,100 and 1,200 or something in the seasons 21 and 22. When we say season 6 finals, this is again us Warhammer people counting seasons in our own fashion as opposed to Warcraft 3 Champions seasons. But what I'm trying to say, long story short, we have about 10 ladder games on average every day. So we have a cool active community. Apologies for everyone not familiar with the Russian alphabet, because if you go on Discord, this is probably what you're going to be seeing for some time. Hopefully we're going to be very accommodating of it. But unfortunately, some people don't speak English at all, but we use translates. So yeah, I would be very happy to see any new people come in and join our community. We have regular tournaments, so it's been a very fascinating journey for me these past couple of years when I was really focusing on building the active player base, because for the previous 12 years it was only me working, without anyone playing this stuff at all.
That's so impressive, man, that you built all this by yourself. I mean, with the Hive Workshop people, of course, with the models, but
yeah,
coming up with every hero, every faction, every spell, it's a lot.
It is a lot, and it's been a very, very fascinating journey for me. I enjoyed it a lot. I would totally not do it if I had to do it all over again, but thankfully when you're a teenager or if you're in your 20s, you can afford to spend a couple of thousand hours doing something like this.
More people do way more stupid stuff, so I think you brought a lot of people a lot of joy with this, so that's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I'm super happy about how it's turned up recently, because I was super unpopular beforehand, had just maybe a few active noobs. We played once every couple of months or so. I was the best player by far, and right now in the season finals we had 16 players and I was the worst one. So I'm very happy to have dozens of people already be way better at it than I am. Obviously I'm again not tremendously skilled at Warcraft, and it's been when Grubby found my mod, he really liked it, so it was quite a big boost Although, to be honest, I think even if it weren't for Grubby, we would get there eventually. Because also you may remember me from normal Warcraft scene, so I had some experience organizing events and stuff. Hive Workshop Cups were also a fun thing to host. Oh, fun fact, Springtime has won the Hive melee map making contest a few years ago, so it was also a kind of a Hive Workshop Cup map that came into the pro scene, and now the circle is complete because Hive mod is being played on a Hive Workshop melee map
True.
contest winner. Yeah.
Yeah, everything that comes from the community is usually high quality, and it's really fun to watch people create stuff even after 20 years, come up with new stuff, and yeah, and the fact that you actively balance per season, right? You said that every season gets like a little balance pass.
Yeah, I aim for making a kind of a big balance patch every season, and maybe we have one or two hot fixes during seasons. So
nice. That's really cool, man. Keeps everything fresh. I like it.
Yeah. I kind of wish I had more time for it, because now I'm 31 and I have like a lot of real life duties as opposed to when I was 21. But that's okay.
What's more important than Warhammer Warcraft mod? Come on. Where's the
truer words were never spoken. It's fascinating how Shake has managed to hold down to his Hearthstone, because you can't heal it, so it falls. It would fall if
it's the FFA.
Yeah, if Turnt applied pressure to it, it would fall. By the way, I called the game for Turnt, and it shows once again what I know about it, because I think right now, since he has no mining, he's kind of screwed, because it's only Nightfall right now, and he lost half his Necromancers, and he doesn't have many strong units. He only has one core chat of Vampire. If he had 4, because this is the limit, it's kind of like a higher demon thing, higher vampire thing, you can only have 4. If he had 4, I think he'd have a good chance, but he only has 1, and they can't do much. Shake's heroes are very much fed. Only level 5s on Turn's heroes. And at least he has no Dispel Scrolls, but he has plenty of AoE, Shake does. So even without Dispel Scrolls, he manages to take care of the summons. 10, 9, 8 hero levels, which is insane. Yeah, I think after all, Shake doesn't want to give us game 3, so it's probably gonna be falling in his favor. Although there is a sneaky expansion made up in top right, so who knows? Maybe if some mining gets going.
It is scouted though, so whenever Sheik decides to kill that one, he probably can. But just speaks to Sheik as a player that he saw the win condition when we two idiots couldn't, and he knew, at some point I'm gonna kill your stuff, and then I'm gonna kill you. But I guess Turnt, if he finds a way around Sheik's units and takes the Hearthstone out, maybe there's a chance for him still, but it's minimal.
He shouldn't be attacking the fucking lumber mill. It does nothing at this point, so to speak. Mildly speaking, that's quite an understatement, okay? So, to be honest, it's not like the Hearthstone is needed all that much, because he can't, he doesn't have money to build units anyway.
He doesn't have gold anymore, true.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe he just wants to kill buildings to have a FFA-like win condition. I'm not sure. Turnt, I think, should defend. I think Turnt should just defend his base and gather some gold, maybe build a couple more core chat of vampires, because they have some strong abilities. They're kind of like heroes. It's the second time, I suppose, we see a semi-hero units. We saw it with Bloodthirster. We now see it with core chat of vampires. But it's actually the only two races that do it: demons and vamps.
Alrighty, Sheik takes out the base. Not sure if Turnt wants to interfere or if he wants to attack the base again. So, yeah. 10-10-8, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, look at the items. It's plus 15 intelligence because of all of the stuffs. He can sell
when you're
it
relying
also
on the Carrion Swarm.
Yeah, he can also sell it. So actually, Shake does have some gold. It's just indirect gold. It's gold in his inventory. Yeah, I believe this is GG, because right now nothing's holding this expo alive, and Shake has plenty of stuff to work with. It's just the heroes are very strong.
The Stomp into Carrion Swarmman, dream combo, and then of course the micro comes in and he blocks everything and he kills everything. Oh, it's rough. And now the summons take out the Haunted.
Yeah, lots of summons on both
Poor
sides.
turn, man.
Yeah, turn played really well, but yeah, it's unfortunately gonna be 2-0. Turn is very well known for not tapping out early. He always fights until he's 10 times over, he's lost.
Well, according to us, Sheik should have tapped out, so maybe he's right and sees a win condition, but I think Sheik... He found the wrong enemy for shenanigans like this, because like Sheik, probably the best FFA player in the world, I'd say. Sorry, Lelu, you can prove me wrong in FFA Masters League, but I've seen crazy things from Sheik.
Is Sheik gonna be playing the FFA right now? By the way, I'm just curious.
I wouldn't. No, he plays. Today is Lelu and Wiz and Ina and another one. BSK. BSK.
Yeah, cool. I wouldn't be surprised if Sheik kept playing because he's like when he starts 10. No, screw me. Level 9 on the torrent. Whenever Sheik plays Warcraft, yeah, it sometimes takes him like 7 hours to end the stream. Okay, there we go.
Dude, when is he not playing Warcraft? He's super mega good in 1-on-1. He's probably very good in 2-on-2 as well. He's the king of FFA. He owns here in Warhammer. Like, this is crazy, dude. He can play every game mode on a top level.
Yeah, and he's also very funny. His streams are super entertaining.
Well, he's playing the War 3 Champions Finals this weekend. Hopefully I get the chance to talk to him a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, everyone, it's been a huge pleasure. We have like 400 viewers on Twitch and maybe like 100 on YouTube, although I didn't check. I thank Neo from the bottom of my heart for doing this. It's been a huge pleasure and a huge honor to be here. I'm gonna send the link to the homepage of my mod in chat right now. But the easier way to do it is just to log on to Warcraft 3 Champions and hit the ladder queue. And feel free to join the Discord if no one minds. I'll send a link to the Discord as well. We have an active and very friendly community sometimes, unless Alasta is playing. So, yeah, that guy threatens to break people's legs, but he doesn't mean it, don't worry. Thank you, Kevin. All right, guys, with that... Sva and Vergnügen. Okay, so I will be tapping out. Again, huge love and adoration to every one of you. It means a lot to me. And I guess we'll see one another in future matches, unless Neo and Rima say that this is too much for them. But obviously, it's Dude, their choice. I'm not forcing anyone. Okay, if they're gonna still be back here, know that this is not because I have put them down in my cage in my basement and locked them up and refused to feed them. It's gonna be of their own volition.
Dude, you still have 1, 2, 3, 4 matches or something. If you have any dates, just hit me up and I'll see what I can do.
I personally am kind of free every day, unless I'm recording tracks with my band. I had to put it out.
You have a band?
Yeah, I've joined the band like a couple of months ago. Only I play bass, so yeah. Unless I'm recording with my band, which I'm not at all trying to put on the pedestal as if it's something big unprompted. So unless I'm recording with my band, I'm free every evening because this thing I'll make my top priority.
Depends on the players, of course, as well. But yeah, let me know if you have any play dates. And,
given that remaining players have no real life outside of Warcraft, apologies to Sheik, Rivendell, Jotaverin, and Frostbitten. I think whatever date we come up with, it's gonna work.
Okay. All right, we'll see what we can do. And yeah, dude, it was a pleasure hooking up with you and talking with you and seeing your work. It's really amazing. Yeah. And
the pleasure is all mine. I hope we'll have more casts like this. If not, it's also totally fine. And also, I'm really hoping we'll get an opportunity to see one another in real life sometime in not too distant future, if luck has it.
Maybe I'm working on a little something.
may or may not be the case that Master Neo is working on
Maybe.
a little something. All right, lads. It's been a huge pleasure, huge honor again. I'm speechless, I would even say. So take care, everyone. If you like this cast, by the way, feel free to support Back to Warcraft with a little bit of a donation, or rather maybe donate it to the season 3 Warcraft 3. Oh no, not season 3. Season 23 is it? 22 season finals for Warcraft 3 Champions. Amazing community of wonderful people over there as well. I'm very happy that the custom games are catching up. Like Direct Strike, we have Risk 1-on-1. We have Survival Chaos. So wonderful mods being hosted on Warcraft 3 Champions. The platform is doing great job, and I thank them deeply for trusting in my mod as well when they added it last year in October in season 20. And yeah, I guess I've spoken for long enough. So yeah, take care, everyone.
Perfect end, dude. Take care. See you soon.
Cheers. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Так, внезапно, я тут тоже стримлю, я не знаю, кто эту дичь смотрит, что у меня тут происходит, что-нибудь. Ну, кстати, хорошо все прошло, 2 игры, блин, играли, столько лет, это жесть. Ну да ладно. Что тут у меня происходит, что-нибудь? Мой бедный лэптоп еле выдержал это мучение. Я не знаю, кому нужен будет мой стрим моего пова, тут ничего не происходит, по сравнению с тем, что происходит в игре. По сравнению с тем, что на стриме Нео происходит. О, тут даже что-то есть. Фрости сидит. Фрости, если что, я пошутил. Ничего плохого не имел в виду. Ой. Так, ладно. Я подустал немножко за сегодняшний день. Было круто. Все, всем спасибо. Я рейдить уж не буду. Давайте. Сейчас